blast of the whistle from Nick Berry. And Geordie Barrett sends the ball deep down into the 22, where it's fielded by Mikael Gia, the dreadlock number 8. Expect the French to kick a lot. Garrett sends the ball down over halfway, not into touch, fielded by Will Jordan. Now Beauden Barrett looking to straighten, just short of halfway. All Blacks looking for quick ball. They send it away to the right, and Scott Barrett, but he's met by Dougie, the big lock. Now from the left foot, first high kick of Cam Roigard for the series. Joris Segon withstood the challenge of Sevu Reis, and France have it back just out from their 22, but there is a problem here with Sevu Reis. Yeah. Barrett, de Groot on halfway. His first at goal in international rugby. Joris Segon. And now the break from Cam Roigard. He's got Barrett with him. Geordie Barrett for the corner, and he's in. First try of the year for the All Blacks.
Oh, two pieces of brilliance. Cam Roigard, and then the running instinct of Geordie Barrett. But first of all, let's go back to Fletcher Newell. The hands from the pass that he received to be able to scoop it up. They may want to check it.
Yeah, I think they're going to look at it.
Guys, there is a knock-on in the lead-up.
No try. Now what do France go to here? Is that a Sogbe? He's very quick, and he slipped through the first tackle. Gets a man on the inside. It's Gaetan. He stopped just 5 out from the line, but here's a chance now for France to score the opening try. Fiku just short. They go to the line. They're over. And it's the number 8, Mikael Gia, who scores.
Mikael Gia, close to the line, pounced on an opportunity from a scintillating line break from the French inside their own half. They caught the All Blacks out from a scrum. Billy Proctor gets caught too tight. You just keep an eye on him. He goes up, then he recognises that the player is on his outside. Atasobe gets on his outside, back on the inside. Really good cover defence to get Gaetan. From Beauden Barrett it is who brings him down, but the line break was just too devastating. Fiku goes close, and then Gia goes in. Sensational.
Yeah, it just got slightly narrow as the conversion goes over, and France take a commanding lead in the first match in Dunedin.
Stopped by Berrier. Pass hauled down by Geordie Barrett. Fiku's trapped in there, but the ball comes out. Now Vai. All Blacks left to be patient. Now Barrett into a bit of a space, floats the ball wide, and this time they're in, and it's Will Jordan who scores.
They get there, the All Blacks. Will Jordan goes in. Nicely worked between him and Beauden Barrett, a little loop round, but equally go all the way back to the captain. They needed something, they needed to bite back, and they did straight away. The charge down, he'll be there all day, will Scott Barrett, and 5% of the time he'll get the reward, but this is what it can lead to. They have to go 8 phases. Really nice from Leo Willie. The loop round from Beauden Barrett with depth, and then the pass was absolutely on the mark for Will Jordan to finish.
Multiple times putting the ball in behind in regards to that second man play, the willingness to pull the trigger, to throw the pass, to run into space. Yes, you might get hit behind the advantage line every so often, but continue to stretch the defence.
Beauden, you see the shot clock?
Well, it's Beauden Barrett who's going to take the kick. And he struck it nicely. Flags go up, and it's 10-7. Will Jordan. Geordie Barrett to Beauden, to McKenzie, looking to step, breaks the first, breaks another. Eventually put on the ground just a metre away from the line. Vai scores! Oh, that's much better from the All Blacks, and they take the lead.
Now starting to find some rhythm now, the All Blacks. and starting to bust tackles. That's what's pivotal. That's what changes this game, when you can actually break that advantage line. First of all, check out the footwork of Damien McKenzie. Off the right, bang, off the right again, evades, fends, pushes players away. McKenzie at his very best. Crick recycle, Tupuvai off the shoulder of Cam Roygaard. He's too big and strong under the posts.
The old discipline led to territory, back-to-back penalties advantage, and the All Blacks started to roll, and they are rolling on the scoreboard now as they take control, heading into the second quarter of the first half.
Playing under advantage, France. Now Barlow. Ball's lost by Guillaume, but they were still under advantage for the penalty. 15 in from touch. And it has... Now Tupuvai got on the other side of the tackle of Tixiron. Cody Taylor, they're having to defend France. Now here's big Fabian Holland.
No jackal!
Trying to pump the legs. Proctor, oh, lovely hands from the All Blacks. Jordan, and Jordie Barrett. Well, he had to work for it, but he kept his cool, and he scores for the All Blacks.
Combinations were really good, and I mean team combinations, because it was a lot of one out. Off the line out, Roygaard, he couldn't quite find Jordie Barrett. Then they just went to work, one out. Savia picking and going until they created this space. Beautiful hands again from Billy Proctor, but the flick on from Beauden Barrett, and then the composure off Will Jordan of Jordie Barrett. So here's the tip. Here's the pass from Will Jordan. Under pressure, goes to ground, scoops it back up, stays composed, and then finds the line. Great finish, Jordie Barrett. Excellent team try.
The confidence to let the ball go, to pull the trigger under pressure. It's just to throw the pass, that tip pass from Beauden Barrett. Will Jordan, yeah, it wasn't quite perfect, but it gave Jordie Barrett time to regather possession, score in the corner, and a big try just before half-time.
Well, this is the most challenging kick from Barrett, but Beauden Barrett is bang on target tonight, and the All Blacks will go in with a half-time lead over France of 21-13. Launches himself at them. He's there for Le Garec. Barlow now puts the head down. Coming hard at him was Ethan de Groot. And Fiku picks it up. He's so dangerous. Now some space on the right. And a try to Villiers. What a great start to the second half for Les Bleus.
And they do pay the All Blacks for their mandatory mistake off the kick-off. The French, 16 phases they went. Villiers, who has been dangerous this entire game, off Segon. The work from the forwards to carry hard as well. They constructed it beautifully as a team, and when they needed to pounce, Segon and Villiers got it bang on. The dive is worthy of the try big time.
You got to bang on Justin Marshall in terms of their structure and bringing in the defence and the decision-making, the execution, the running lines, and a world-class finish from that man right there. And all of that work the All Blacks did just before half-time, undone quickly in just 3 minutes.
Now it's Nolan Le Garec with a chance to close the gap back to 1 point. And he's nailed it. Excellent start for France to the second half. Now Newell. Oh, good, powerful drive from Fletcher Newell. Proctor. Goal line just a couple of metres away. Beauden Barrett wants it. Slicing through and scoring is Will Jordan.
They went strong to the All Blacks from the line out, expecting the drive, but instead they just rolled their sleeves up and went to work at the tail of the line out. And then when the opportunity presented itself, Billy Proctor goes close. Check out the footwork and the speed of Beauden Barrett. 1-2 steps, bang, just lays it off to a player that was well behind him, not in his eye line. Jordan comes from depth and punches through 2 defenders, and with his skill, too hard to stop.
Yeah, the running lines have been very, very good from the All Blacks in this game, and their willingness to put that ball into a space and players running into it. I'll just tell you that France, they are making some significant changes very quickly. There are 5 of their players up as Beauden Barrett lines it up. We'll get through a few of them as soon as we can. Tupuwhenua, you will see him. Walkie as well. Malaise.
Well, Beauden Barrett has not missed.
Yeah, mate, just send him on. Time's off.
4 tries. All the replacements there, and here's one of them, Van Tonda! Oh, tackle made by Roygaard, saved the try, but the danger's not over. France a metre away from the goal line. First touch in Test rugby for Van Tonda.
Use it!
Will it produce a try? All Blacks desperately defending their line and under advantage now.
Black not rolling.
Having a go, Tupuwhenua is over. The big man scores, and France hit back immediately.
They certainly do. Van Tonda went through the huge gaping hole, you'd have to say. Pretty poor defence from the All Blacks. I think Ardie Savea was left in no man's land. Check it out here. There's Ardie Savea, and he just comes from depth. Van Tonda goes straight through, goes so very close. They have a couple of goes with an outstanding bit of defence from Cam Royder to cut him down. But I have to say, the damage was already done. And then Tupuwhenua, when that man gets his ball that close to the line, his hands on it, he's always hard to stop. Proved to be the case.
It was actually Cam Rocky who scored the try. It's converted. Well, their bench making an immediate impact. Roygaard, the switch from Beauden Barrett. Jordan, well, hit hard in the tackle by Fisher.
Got a hand to it. Yeah, and if Jordan opens up.
That's a big call.
Yeah, that is a big call. It's just whether or not Villiers, when he went in and did get that hand involved by reaching out,
we're going to keep going. This guy's not in play.
Have a player outside him unmarked, which could have led to a line break or more.
Savea, pick and go from Billy Proctor, and he scores. Big moment in the test, that one, as the All Blacks stretch their lead again.
They stayed tough, the All Blacks, against some very resilient, albeit down to 14 men defence from the French. They certainly gave as good as they were taking. Some rollicking tackles here, but the All Blacks didn't buckle, and that was the key. They stayed patient. And then the captain again gets some good momentum going forward. Savea, as he always does, this close to the line of threat, and he carried many times, and eventually it was Billy Proctor who pounced with a bit of explosive power and then the reach.
That willingness to go through the middle, to recognise the space. They've done it well, the All Blacks, with that one-man advantage.
No, I'm going to stop it for you. Stop
It's as though here that they might have another look for this.
Yeah, we're going to have to check this.
It's Brodie Barrett. There's the double blast.
Okay, mate.
Did this ball have separation?
That's the key word.
Separation, right?
Yeah.
Well, Damon Murphy is the TMO.
Yeah, sure, mate. Okay, so because he's in possession, he needs to remain in control of the ball when he places it, and he doesn't. That's what you're saying. Goal line drop out. Okay, so it comes out of his palm, he loses control, so it's going to be a knock-on.
Agree, mate.
No. Because he's in possession, he needs to remain control. He can't control it on his forearm, Marty. It's come out of his palm.
There's fingertips on it, mate.
No, there's not, mate. It's a knock-on.
Well, Ardie Savea trying to argue the toss, but the try's been scrubbed.
It's no try, it's a knock-on. The goal line drop out.
Savea again, nice ball away to Beauden Barrett, numbers to the right, through the hands it goes, and Jordan is in. Another one.
it well, the All Blacks. Good sequence off the line out. Banged into the midfield with the carry from Geordie Barrett, and then the quick recycle to the left. That's 2 phases. This is the third. It's all in sequence. Nice from Artie. Out the back from Beauden Barrett. Good depth from Billy Proctor, and the transfers were all right on the mark for Jordan to finish in style in the quarter.
You got the sense the All Blacks needed to take advantage of that one man they had overlapped on the outside again, but that's because Valia is on the bench with a yellow card. Looks as though they've found something else they want to have a look at here.
Well, Damon Murphy back in the play again.
They'll be looking at whether or not he's got it down in time with his body being in touch, or the obstruction before Beauden Barrett gets the ball. One of those 2 things I think they'll be looking at. Let's have a... Oh, they're going to go to the obstruction first.
Tossy it is. Does he obstruct the defender, prevent him from making a tackle? Well,
Yeah, so just keep rolling those replays. Just, Artie, give me some space, Gareth, give me some space. So,
look, when you're talking the dynamic of defending, that does make a difference, because as a defender, you're not able to push off as quickly. Whether or not he's going to be able to make a tackle on Beauden Barrett or not,
but he could, and then the rest of the defenders could come out. Okay, no. Okay,
Questionably,
I'll
like
tell
you
you what
say.
I'm seeing there. 18 black is in front of the ball carrier.
Just listen.
He checks the white defender, who then doesn't have the ability to bounce out. So it's obstruction.
I agree, mate.
Okay, all right. Back on me.
So what they're saying
Hey,
is
listen,
that it doesn't
listen, I just
enable
want
the
to explain
defence
this
to
again. I
slide
don't wanna
and push
discuss
to
it.
the outside.
Murph, you can try that back on me.
Yeah, come back now.
Okay, so 18 black is in front of the ball carrier. Let me finish. Okay, he has an impact on the white defender, who then can't check out. He's had an impact on their defensive line. So therefore, of course.
It's been happening all game.
No, that's my decision. So try is no good. We're going to go back for an obstruction.
for a try. They've got a penalty advantage. Ratima puts the kick through. Oh, nicely taken.
Yeah, you're this side
the
and
back.
you roll back across that side.
7 minutes to play. A roar, perhaps one of relief goes up from the crowd as Beauden Barrett puts it into touch. And the All Blacks have won the first test against France, but not before a monumental struggle. 31-27, the final score.